Hey guys, what's up? Lone Berserker here, and I'm showing a commentary 3 versus 3. It's a 31k battle. I'm playing as Egypt. My allies are both Rome. We're going up against two Romans and a Carthage. My army is 7 Pharaoh's bowmen, 7 Pharaoh's guards, a desert axeman, 4 chariots, and an Egyptian general. My allies' armies are 10 urban cohorts, 4 archer auxilia, 6 Praetorian cav, and then this one has, I think, the same almost. No, he doesn't. He has 4 Praetorian cav, 5 Praetorian cav, and 14 urban cohorts. So, I usually don't like going Egypt. I actually hate Egypt. I was gonna pick Germany, but my teammates wanted me to play Egypt for their chariots and archers. So if this would, I don't know how long the deployment phase is. There we go. Alright, so I'm facing Rome, or the SP who are Romans, who has 2 Hastati, 4 archers, 7 urbans, and a legionary first cohort. Then he's got 6 Praetorian cav. So I immediately begin to move to the flank. Carthage has 8 Sacred Band, 2 slingers, 4 Balearic slingers, and 6 Sacred Band cavalry. These Romans have 4 archer auxilia, 6 Praetorian cavalry. So you can see that all of the armies are very similar. And 10 urban cohorts. Because this is 31k, people usually bring the same army types, but I usually don't like playing as Romans or Egypt, to say the least. So you can see I'm trying to get the flank advantage here. My ally lines up, and I will eventually tell him not to charge against this, because what they were planning to do is to launch a double strike against Carthage and just hold me off with little troops. I'm not going to let that happen in a minute here. I'm going to get closer and stop Rome from going to my ally. And then this guy does the same thing here. And you can see immediately what they were doing here. He's setting up his cavalry. He's getting ready to just swarm my ally, because together they would be able to win. Sacred Band are extremely powerful units here. And with the combination of these urbans and first cohort, he'd do good. If they wanted to double strike my ally, what they should have done is put his 4 urbans over here, and just made a really long line with these 3 urbans and this unit behind it, and then kept the Hastati in the front, and same thing with the archers. So I brought the Axemen just because I had leftover money. I think I made it like gold, silver with an experience chevron. And I'm just going to run him forward here as I rip apart this guy's archer. I just focus fired on it. You can see they're not going to last long. And you can see they're about to engage in the back, and Carthage is moving forward. So this is when I tell my ally to move back. And I'm just bringing this axe unit up. And you can see this guy's archer unit got torn apart. It's down to 11. And here comes Aurelius's cavalry. He immediately puts them upon the flank here. And this was scary for me, actually. Or scary for my ally. He's got to deal with 6 Praetorian cav and 3 Sacred Band cavalry when he only has his own 6 Praetorian cavalry. Yes, he could support with infantry, but once he does that, they're going to swarm him with their Sacred Bands. And Aurelius, I actually don't like his deployment here. It's way too compact for me. When you see like someone with me who's extremely spread out, you should probably try to mimic the same strategy. Or if you're going to do this, try to put your best units in the middle and push through the middle, or yeah, push through the middle pretty much, and then split to 2 halves. And you could probably beat me then. But so you can see, I line my 4 chariots up, and then I realize his cavalry is over there. So I pull all my chariots back in a minute here, and this is when my ally runs, when he realizes the situation. Back here, Rome is trying to outflank this guy, but in the end, he's going to get outflanked himself. And he is starting the fight right over here, but he does not support this. I do not understand this at all. This is a huge mistake here. You should not have allowed him to get that charge off. He is being smart, though, and he is doubling up the units, and this is what happens here. He just loses his flank, and then another unit happens. His units are not maxed out, or not gold, like that. Those are the upgrades on them. I don't even know what that is. What would that be? Silver? So you can see a bunch of Brutii units are breaking, and this is when this guy starts running up, and I'm like, holy crap, I need to get up here. I am shredding the back of one of his urban units here. It's this one right here. He's down to 67. I focused him once again with all my archers, and now I'm swarming over with my chariots. And I hate chariots. I do not know how to use them at all. I just know they're really good against cavalry pretty much, and they can fight infantry pretty well. So I do bring them up. I will turn them around here. I'm not going to run them through my ally. Well, I'm going to run them, but I will turn them around. So I am going to nail the flank of the Hastati unit, which isn't going to do much. So I'm lining up the rest of my Pharaoh's Guard here. He is smart, and he will focus fire one of my units with his Pila. And he is engaging immediately upon this unit. And I'm lining up the rest of my units here. As I continue to shoot him, I bring back one chariot to protect my lines, and I form the rest upon the flank here. This, or not yet, I move them away in a minute here. But my ally does a really good job here at flanking this guy. And because I have no offensive power with my Pharaoh's Guards, or Phalanx troops in general, they are going to be stuck here, and this is when he focus fires with a very good job here, actually. He brought that unit down to 1, or 2. You can see the fight back here. I can't get over there in time. It's extremely close. Rome has just swarmed this guy's infantry with his cavalry, which is a bad idea, actually. Back over here, Carthage is just destroying us, and I don't think I showed it. No, I didn't. All my chariots are dead. This is why I don't like using them. I charged them in pretty much, and then they died. And I didn't even charge them against his infantry. I charged them against cavalry. You can see I'm able to control his units here. He can't get through my pikes, and this is when my ally sees this, and he's going to take advantage, and he's going to hammer an anvil. He breaks his general and a bunch of other units here. I don't even know what I was targeting with my archers at this point. I think I was targeting cav units. No, I'm targeting these guys over here now. I get my general to protect my units, and I will be bringing over 3 Pharaoh's Guards. My other Pharaoh's Guards will get destroyed by Sacred Bands. These units are extremely powerful. They're literally Carthage's best unit, and for a reason. So you can see they're just going to steamroll my Pharaoh's Guards. See, I'm not even doing that much damage to them, and I have 2 phalanxes against 1 here. And then you can see in the end, and then Carthage's general died. I don't know how that chariot killed him. Rome is losing, or my ally is losing here. So in the end, my ally is defeated, or will be. He's gonna toss Pila. I think these guys have their units on guard mode. I don't know why you do that. So Carthage is being wrapped up, and he is throwing all his cavalry over here. I do send in my general here, and all my Pharaoh's bowmen just target his general, and they just kill a few guys, actually. I was hoping they'd do more than that. And he just runs by my general. He didn't even give his men a target onto my general, so he's just gonna fight there. And this Pharaoh bow will fight for such a long time. And with the support of other archers, I should be able to win. And there goes the general unit, and a lot of other units. So, in the end, we beat Carthage. And now it's time for us to turn our attention to Rome. Which is so strong. I can fast forward at this point. Not much is happening. So pretty much My dog is being really annoying. So you can see there the Scipii have beat our allies.
They should be sacrificed to the gods for running.
So I'm sorry guys. So I'm bringing up my units now, or what's left of my army. It's mainly archers. Can you stop? It's mainly archers and my general. And Rome still is pretty intact, especially with the support of his ally. And Carthage, I didn't even see this. Carthage has 1 sacred band left. This is down to 23. And my ally's still getting units that are way back there. So I line up here, and I saw that I had a pretty decent advantage in terms of my archers. So I start plucking at his urbans. I don't even go for his archers. And this is when I throw a weakened archer in the front. And he does pretty good here, actually. He will, or what I mean by that is he'll just stop the enemy. And there are a few more dead chariots here. So you can see I'm targeting his general, and he's losing a bunch of guys. So he charges forward here, right into pikemen, which isn't the best idea, but when you have this big of a number advantage, it actually is. And this Pharaoh bowman just stops his urbans dead in their tracks. He does break though, and some of my archers ran out of their ammo, so I just threw them into the fight. Because they're actually pretty good frontline troops. And this is where you can see Gardner screws these units up. They're not mobile at this point. And I will flank around him like I am here. I am getting hit by arrows, but that's perfectly fine. I'm just going to turn and fire upon his urbans, and you can see the effect there. You can see my ally gets attacked by all of Aurelius's cavalry. And his last unit is just standing their ground quite well, actually. He just runs with all the cavalry. But he does get a lot of kills, actually. And this guy sends in all his archer auxilia to try to fight my units. And then he hammer and anvils me here. I turn something around. The rest of my pikemen, I think. Or a lot of my troops here, yeah, and the rest of my pikemen, and they do extremely well. They killed his cavalry, actually. But Pharaoh's bowmen aren't going to win in the long run. They're just more of a holding unit. And then these guys ran out of ammo, so now I'm going to use them to flank around the urbans, which it does extremely well, actually. This unit broke out of phalanx for some reason. I gave them an attack order, and when you do that, they break out of their formation. My ally will surround this unit here, then they'll break. You can see it's pretty much over. We've won it at this point. There are a few more urbans left, but once this break happens, we'll just mop up the rest of the line. But he did reinforce his general and get another urban there to support. But my ally got more troops to me. So you can see in the end, I was almost defeated because archers can't fight in melee that well. The Pharaoh's bowmen probably, I think, are the best archers in the game that can fight in melee. I don't know though. And the rest of the Romans are here and here, and then the unit that I mentioned before is coming up now. It's at 21. So here it comes. So you can see a lot of guys here are using guard mode. The majority of them did, I think, except for Aurelius, which I don't understand at all. This is not a good idea. It leaves your troops to get flanked very easily. And we can just speed it up again. There's not much left.
The enemy flee.
And I think that's it. Oh no, Carthage has a unit back here. There's a Balearic Slinger. So my ally turns his Roman, and then he admits defeat. So it was extremely close, actually. Alexander did really good. Seleucus didn't really do that good, and I did well, I guess. And Scipii did the best on their team. Make Dacia Great Again did terrible, but I think when Aurelius died, it was the end for him. Which Aurelius did pretty good too. So you can see the stats there, and you can see exactly why I don't like chariots is right here. They did not get that many kills. I would have rather had Desert Axemen. But I guess I don't know. My allies wanted me to bring them, so I brought them, and that's where it got us. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time, and bye.